Hello and welcome. My name is Mitch. This is going to be a short presentation about some different types of microphones and also talking about their pickup patterns.
This type of microphone is called a shotgun mic or a directional mic, and it's so named because it has a very narrow pickup pattern, as you can see indicated by the red oval, and it shoots or focuses directly onto a sound source, such as someone speaking. It's often held on a large boom pole, and hence the rubber shock mount you can see there, so that it doesn't pick up all the vibrations of that extra piece of equipment. Here we have a lavalier mic, and it's so called because it used to be, the very old styles used to be actually like a large necklace, and it was worn around the neck with a microphone right underneath the speaker's voice. Very similar now, but as time progressed, broadcast TV shrunk it down because they want it to be less visible on the screen. And so this also has a wireless base, which means that you can clip one end on the person and the other end on the camera or the audio recorder. And of course it's got a very small but close to the sound source pickup pattern.
Here we've got a classic USB desk mic, and you can see it's got a little stand built in. So a common mistake with this kind of microphone is to speak into the top of it as if it was a singing microphone, but in fact the pickup pattern on this is to the front. So if you're looking directly at the little label that says mic 1 or mic 2 or mic 3, then you're very much on mic, and this actually has 3 settings as well, so you can change it from a single speaker setting to a double speaker setting, or 2 speakers sitting across the table from each other, so it opens up the other side of the microphone effectively. You can also set it to Omni, which is an all-around pickup pattern. This little unit is by a company called Zoom, and they make very good, very useful little audio recorders. The crossed stereo mics there make it a very, very good audio recorder, and it makes a very faithful, authentic sounding recording. A lot of musicians use this to sing into. However, if you're using it to record for audio in PowerPoints, there is this extra step of having to transfer the files off, perhaps segment a longer file into shorter parts to then place into the PowerPoint. So you just need to be aware of that, because what you get in a great sounding recording you'll end up losing in some time taken to prepare your narrated PowerPoint. This one is a classic dictaphone style audio recorder. The microphones are smaller and they give a less authentic sound in their reproduction. However, they do have a really easy way of making multiple small audio clips by simply pushing a button on the unit. So as you advance per slide in your PowerPoint, you can push the button as well, and it will make discrete recordings. When you transfer them off, they're all ready to just easily load in to your PowerPoint.
Here's another very popular way of recording audio now via an iPhone or a smartphone app. So most phones come packaged with a microphone on the earbud style headphones. Very sensitive, very useful little microphone because it's quite handy, and it's got a very close proximity to the speaker's voice, so it's got a great pickup. You do also have that issue though of making a single recording, perhaps a long single recording that you then have to take onto the computer and chop up into smaller chunks, which you then have to load individually into those slides. So again, what you're gaining in a bit of practicality and ease of use, you might be losing in some time taken to produce that narrated PowerPoint.
And here's a classic USB microphone headset. Really good for a single speaker, so if you plan to do a lot of narration into PowerPoint, just a single voice type of narration, they're excellent because the microphone is positioned right near the speaker's voice. And you can also reposition it either above or below your mouth. You can subtly reposition the microphone like I'm doing now, and it has the effect of slightly changing the timbre of your voice, and it can reduce some of the pops and the whistles which happen when you're recording a voice in such a close-up way. A lot of laptops now will have a built-in webcam and mic. It's a very useful way of recording because there's literally no setup. So you can open up your PowerPoint, just press record, and away you go. Because it's a small and it's a built-in mic which is set up to capture an all-around sound, it will increase the liveness of your recording. So you'll hear the kind of echo, the small echo, and the liveness of your office or wherever you happen to be recording. So if you want to reduce that, you need to go and find another type of microphone. But all staff members can loan laptops from the equipment loans area, and like I said, it's very, very easy to set up. There's literally no setup. And the last one to look at is a sort of classic singing style mic. It's a dynamic microphone. It's a handheld mic. So if you've got a recording situation where perhaps you're got a lot of speakers and you're wanting to share a microphone around, this is a really good microphone. Also, if there's a lot of other ambient noise, perhaps you're in a cafe or you're in somewhere where there's other noise going on, this is a good microphone because it really requires people to have their mouth almost right up on the head of the microphone to get a good recording. And people understand when they're being passed a mic that they have to speak into it. So it's very good. You do have to be aware that you need a special cable and they don't easily connect straight into a computer. So recording directly into a PowerPoint with something like this is again a 2 or 3 step process.